Thank you for joining me in this week's Meow Monday. Today's topic is going to be an intro to DBT. DBT stands for Dialectical Behavioral Therapy. It's a specific form of psychotherapy and it's closely related to cognitive behavioral therapy. I'm a huge advocate for DBT for many reasons, but the biggest is that DBT encourages you to actually recognize, confront, accept, and work through your emotions instead of suppressing them with medications. I've seen this completely change people's lives for the better. Dr. Marsha M. Linehan is the one who invented it. DBT is primarily directed at people who have borderline personality disorder or have severe emotional trauma, addictions, and similar emotional problems. I'm going to briefly go over some of the skills that DBT offers. One of them is distress tolerance. It can help you keep your cool when something happens, like at work, in a relationship, with your kids. This skill is critical to help act rationally in stressful situations or emotionally provoking situations. Another skill is mindfulness, which I briefly skimmed over in my previous Meow Monday video where I drew the emotion wheel. Mindfulness is a skill that's useful for a broad spectrum of emotions, both positive and negative. It can help you focus and amplify positive emotions by being mindful of your emotional state, or it can help you to focus on your breath or something similar to help you anchor you to the present moment and help calm anxiety or other intense emotions. Emotion regulation is another skill DBT can help with. This skill helps you to recognize your emotions, overcome the barriers to healthy emotions, reduce your physical vulnerability to intense emotions like hunger, which can cause you to be more susceptible to intense emotions. It can help you increase your positive emotions, to be mindful of your emotions without judgment. Emotional exposure, which helps you to develop the capacity to feel intense emotions without it triggering you. Opposite action is another skill that can help you to go out for a walk when you feel depressed. And finally, another one is problem solving. Last but not least is interpersonal effectiveness skills like mindful attention, actually paying attention and listening to the other person as they talk and express their emotions. I want, they want ratio, keeping that in balance, and many other useful life skills. So I'll just go over some examples real quick of how you can actually use these skills in real life. Let's say you're feeling super angry because your boss didn't recognize your hard work and is even criticizing a small mistake that you made. Having the ability to recognize that you're intensely agitated and prone to impulsive behavior, like snapping at your boss that can cause you to lose your job, is the first part. Then using urge surfing by taking a break or going outside for a small walk, or perhaps taking a deep breath to calm down. These are examples of distress tolerance. We can use mindfulness in this scenario. When you go outside for your walk, you can take a moment to decompress and take a few deep breaths and really focus on the sensations. Then you can apply emotion regulation by validating yourself. Perhaps you're thinking, I worked really hard and my boss didn't even seem to see all the work I did. It makes sense that that would upset me. But I know that I did the work and eventually it'll be recognized. My boss was probably on autopilot and didn't even see the work I did, and that's why he didn't say anything. I know that I'm a good employee, my work will speak for itself, and I don't think I need somebody to say something for it to be recognized as good work. Then we can incorporate interpersonal effectiveness by later asking to talk to your boss once you've gone back to baseline emotionally. You can tell him something like, hey, I just wanted to show you that I fixed that mistake and show you all the other work that I got done. I know you were probably super busy earlier and that's why you didn't notice, but I wanted to ask you what you thought of my work. So those were some examples of how the skills in DBT can be used. In conclusion, DBT offers relevant skills that are practical in day-to-day interactions and when used can help us to express ourselves, grow our relationships, and cope with our emotions in a healthy and productive way. A quick disclaimer, I am not a psychologist or a mental health expert. This is just some information from what I've learned on what DBT is and a few examples of how it can be used. If you're struggling with a mental illness or overwhelming emotions, reach out to a counselor or psychologist. They can help to guide you through the healing process and direct you to other resources to help you along your journey. Thank you for joining me in this week's Meow Monday. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, and if you want to keep up with Meow Mondays, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.